Hi, I am Michael from Hero Homes, and this
I'm
is
Adi.
Adi, also from Hero Homes. You can follow her on Instagram at Adi Realty. Just that.
Yes.
Alright.
TikTok, Facebook, and all that. Okay.
And we're going to be talking about cooling measures and what kind of opportunities lies ahead to a lot of our clients who are upgrading today. So if you are someone about to hit your MOP or have already hit your HDB BTO MOP and thinking of upgrading to private property, this video might really be one for you. Do check out our time code below if you want to jump around and get straight to the point. And we shall also get straight to the point.
Right now.
Let's go.
Okay, so what are the common questions that we're getting after the cooling measures news are out? It's like, how are now cooling measures, will it affect our chance of upgrading? Like, can they still afford the EC that they want? Can they still, should they continue with their plans of resale condo, or should they just go back to HDB because of the loan, being more stringent and all?
Yep.
So that's a common question that we are getting.
And it's also the fact that after every cooling measure, there's always this period of uncertainty where people don't know whether the market is going to crash. Because the idea of a cooling measure is just that, to cool the market down. But cool, is it like cool?
How cold is it
or is it cold?
be?
Frozen, not frozen.
Yeah.
Okay, you get what I mean?
Alright.
So, and we want to address this concern. You can see it. These are your clients.
Yeah. So these are one from Instagram, one on WhatsApp. Okay, that's why the different background. Okay, so and it's very recent ones lah. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. So mainly the impact on the latest measures, as most of us already know, HDB prices that will definitely dip. Okay. Yeah. And we also want to highlight that for the past few months, there is already an increase in the price of the private property already.
Yep.
Okay.
So it might not sound so convincing to enter into a private property today, especially when you see just in the past few months, 7% surge in private property prices. So for those of us who are thinking of upgrading, it does bring us to the point whereby, shall we wait for more cooling measures before we enter the market? But at the same time, we also want to highlight the fact that the current set of cooling measures really targeted towards the HDB segment. All right, not really so much for the private.
But what if I tell you that whatever measures now might actually increase, this 7% is already a surge, right?
Yeah.
Might actually make it worse. Okay, not make it worse, but make
even
the
higher.
Private property, even higher. Okay.
I would like to hear that because I would want to see my units go up.
Okay, so right, we all also have heard about the 15-week period. Yes, most of us
15
will
months.
select 15 months wait period. All right, so we know that this definitely affect the downgraders from the private
property.
Okay, but
hold on, just to highlight.
Yes.
This 15-month wait out period means that if you own a private property today, if you bought an EC 8 years ago, 10 years ago, and today you are approaching your retirement age, you are like a very young 50-year-old person wanting to prepare your retirement, you actually cannot downgrade to a HDB immediately. You have to wait for 15 months before you can move to a HDB.
Unless they are 55 years.
Both husband and wife above
Unless
55,
they are 55 years.
then government say you can sell the private property and then downgrade and retire at the age of 55.
And at that age, normally they will go for like four room HDB and all. So this is an opportunity. 4-room HDB.
4-room means 3 room.
Okay, yes, 4-room HDB lah. 4-room
Right.
HDB. Okay, so this is an opportunity for our 4-room HDB.
They can only buy 4-room HDBs and smaller. This 55 and above.
Yeah. So that's an opportunity for those who are still selling their 4-room HDB lah. Alright, so this is one opportunity. Those of you with MOP or like older 4-room HDB, this is a chance. Alright. Now, anyway, back to this. How does this 15-month wait period affect our HDB upgraders? Alright, little did we know that although we are not condo owners, we are still going to be affected. Why? Okay, because of this 15-month wait period, the people who want to downgrade don't mind spending to rent.
Yep.
This will bring our rental in residential high.
That means they sell their condo already, they will be renting for 15 months while waiting to buy their HDB.
Correct, or even more than 15 months. Alright, now how does it affect you? I'm a HDB upgrader. Well, HDB upgraders, sometimes some of us rent while waiting for the new place, especially if you're thinking about new launches. So we have to factor in a higher rental during this period.
For example, if you want to buy tenant EC coming up, Copen Grand EC coming up, you get your ballot, you buy your your EC today, it won't be ready for another good 3 to 4 years. Alright, so if you were to sell your HDB today to buy, to take the funds out to buy, you have to stay somewhere in between. Unless you buy with DPS, all that lah. So that's a different topic. Or if you buy a pure condo, waiting for completion, you still have to sell your HDB first. So in between, you'll be renting. Now you have more competition.
So main point is they will spend more on the rental, and this is something that they have to be comfortable and prepared for. Alright. Now, you see, okay, some owners, some private owners don't mind paying, but some private owners mind paying. Don't want to pay the rental. Okay. So basically, they don't want to sell.
Right.
They would rather stay put.
Makes sense.
Okay, they would rather stay put. Alright.
Yeah.
When they rather stay put, what happened? The supply in the condo will reduce in terms of the supply in the resale condo will reduce.
Yes.
Okay, and then this will affect us as HDB upgraders because not new launch, then we go resale condo, right?
You HDB upgrader, meh?
I mean, putting myself as a HDB upgrader. Then I will just want resale condo. Now everyone wants resale condo. The downgrader want resale condo.
Upgrader also want
resale condo. And especially, a comfort level of like 3-bedder at less than 1,500
square
whereby
feet.
someone just sold it.
Anyway. I don't think less than 1.5. I think it's even lower than that. It has to be around. To make sense of the entire transaction, I mean, if you're priced out of buying a HDB as a downgrader, you are willing to pay, let's say, $1 million back then. So for a private property, maybe I also don't want to spend anything more than 1 million.
Okay.
So if there are, I mean, I did a check lah. There's not much available.
Not much.
But if you can find 1,000 square feet condo for around for about $1 million, maybe can lah. Those 23 to 30 years old units, but I can tell you, these units eventually will move up in price.
Correct. Because I mean, it is they don't have a choice, I guess. They don't really have a choice because I mean, they want the upgrade of a lifestyle, but also they want to be, be very careful in their finances. Okay, so basically, it means that our resale condo will continue surging in terms of price. So those who have already upgraded, wow, this is a good news for you guys. All right, those who are still thinking of what to buy, all right. Yes, you all have to act fast before the private
property
market
prices
continue to go up. And then we never know if there's going to be a cooling measure for the private. Alright, maybe when the prices in private is like that. Okay, so in addition to all these stringent loans and stuff, probably it might get tougher to buy. Okay, so of course we have to look at what works for you and your family now.
Okay, what works?
What works? Alright. Okay, so what to buy? I think because a lot of people are at the crossroads, okay lah, maybe I just go for my priority. Or sometimes, right, we serve our clients, we bring them to HDB, okay, that's for myself, we bring them to HDB and then we bring them to condo and then from there, they actually compare. Alright, so the question I will always ask them is like, where do you wish to put your money in? Like, HDB, you see all these cooling measures, what's the purpose? Because we know that the HDB will probably turn zero, not probably, but confirm turn zero. Alright, whereas private, we see that, it's surging even with all these cooling measures and stuff. So that's one important question, alright. And then where all the new launches, it really depends on how much cash and loan and all that you all can get. You what would you buy?
You lost me for a while, but I've actually sold my flat. So I'm actually in the process of looking for a property. My first priority would be to go for a new launch, but looking at how limited the supply of new launches are and seeing how the new launches are all starting at 2 million onwards for a decent 3-bedder units. I feel a bit priced out and I'm looking at resale units today. So resale condos and the game plan will be very different. Because we have high interest rates coming up and all that. That's for a different conversation. But if you ask me what I'm looking at, I am looking at resale condo. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, I mean a lot of people are actually swinging, all right, because as we know, Copen, Tenet, and a few other ECs are actually coming up. Initially, they get very excited,
By
right?
the hype.
They get very excited and geared for all this. But the moment they realize that their loan, it's because it's limited due to MSR, right? Wow, they really feel like their hopes are crushed, lah.
So
But of course,
if they are affected by MSR, okay, I know the next slide will explain this. Can we get to the next slide?
Sure. Okay, so basically, right, there are ways that we can increase the loan, especially for EC. I mean, pledging and unpledging works. New launch and EC. All right, but DPS is only for EC. But that's not what we're going to cover today because it's really understanding what pledging and unpledging means.
Yeah, we have covered DPS in a previous video. Just look out for her face in the thumbnails.
Okay, so anyway, right, so what does pledging and unpledging means? And when do you need it? Okay, so say example, give this a scenario, right? Husband, wife, 35 years old, income 13,000. The amount of loan that they can get, imagine no debts. By the way, whenever you have debts, your loan will also reduce.
Okay,
so the loan that they can get with the cooling measures and all is 816,899. But the cheapest 3-bedder in EC that they can find is 1180.
Where is this?
3-bedder.
North Kaya?
Somewhere probably. This slide is courtesy of our PropNext
boss,
leaders. Yeah.
Okay.
So the purchase price is anyway it's around this price lah, right? The
should be in
3-bedder,
North Kaya.
yes. Okay, with this 1180, right, a 75% loan that is needed will be actually about 885. It is not in the slide, all right? 75% of this 1180 is about 885.
Okay.
So that is the amount of loan they need.
So they are short of around
68,101, which is the top-up amount they need. Okay, top-up amount.
Oh,
they
here.
need is
Okay.
68,101. That is the amount that they short for, ma.
I see.
All right. So in order for us, what we can do is, if we want to do a pledge amount.
Sorry, wait. If they have this 68,000 in cash extra on top of the deposits needed, on top of the 25, this is the 25% needed. 59k in cash, 236 possibly in CPF or cash. If they have this 68,000, technically they can just buy as per normal outright. They can just do it, right?
Technically,
but
all right. But
if they don't,
because sometimes, right, even at 68 and 52, that 10 to 16k is a little
so even
of a
if they
stretch
have,
for
maybe
some
they don't
people.
want. Then this is what they can do lah.
So what they can do is they can pledge, meaning, right, they can plug in this amount of 52,000, 52020, okay, in the bank for 4 years.
Alright, it's a fixed deposit.
There'll still be like interest and stuff, and then pledge it, then they will actually get a higher loan.
Right, because the banks see that you have this money, you are willing to lock it up with them for the next 4 years, 3 years, 4 years. The banks can actually take the money, invest elsewhere, make a lot more money from your seed capital, and that's why they are willing to loan you a higher amount. Yeah,
right.
so it's you scratch my back, I scratch my back.
But some
you
people
scratch my back, I scratch your back.
help each other.
Yeah.
So
with the bank.
Some people, they prefer to just show funds. Okay, they just show. But you see the amount is like,
So
not everyone will be
show
able.
funds means you just show the banks that I have this amount of money. Alright, I'm not gonna lock it up. I just show you that I have this money somewhere. And then it really works that way. You can borrow money from your father, from your mother,
as
from
long
your
as
uncle,
you show that you have
in
you
your
have
bank
the
account.
money.
You know, for a few days, you put in your bank account, you have this money. The banks will also say, okay, fine, because you have this money somewhere. They are willing to increase your loan from 816,899 to
885.
to 885k, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
So that's one way to go
That's
on.
the pledging and unpledging that we are talking. That is one way out, alright. But again, it involves cash.
Yes.
Okay. So without the cash and everything else, it's really about knowing what is your affordability and what is your immediate family needs. Okay, so we are both actually doing projects and also resale condos.
We are focusing heavily on Copen Grand, on Tenet, and upcoming, we have a brand new condo coming up in Tanah Merah. So if you guys are interested, you can give us a call. Our numbers are there, 975-97125.
Yes, and 9756-7471. All right, but mainly by understanding why or knowing what are your options, right? It really helps you to make your final decision, especially with all these cooling measures. All right. So yeah, it is an uncertain time, but in every uncertainty there are opportunities. All right, so grab the opportunity while it lasts.
Yep. All right, and that's all we have for today's catch up. We'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to follow us on IG, well, you guys are already on YouTube. Where else am I? Also on Facebook,
Yes.
TikTok,
TikTok,
everywhere
yeah.
lah. We are everywhere on media, social media. Follow us. If you have any questions, contact either one of us to help you on your upgrading journey. Bye-bye.
Bye. Today more heavy like that.
Wow, when you this part, I really like, yeah.
Today, yeah, I feel a bit heavy. Ah, my leg cramp. Walao, this Jeffrey late lah, sia.
What, you doing what with him?
Nothing. Oh no, I wanted to do